She watch
on my Instagram, all on my Twitter page.
Retweet. Duck face on me.
She on her timeline.
She lurk.
On her Instagram,
Taking pics.
all on her Twitter
Them
page.
pretty lips. Duck face on me.
She on my timeline,
She
my
watch.
timeline, my Instagram, my Instagram, my Twitter page, my Twitter page.
Duck face on me.
Her timeline, her Instagram, her Instagram, her Twitter page, her Twitter page.
Duck face on me.
On my timeline, my Instagram, my Instagram, my Twitter page, my Twitter page.
Duck face on me.
Her timeline.
What up with you, Lena? What's good, man? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good today. How are you, Suave?
Dude, we here with another episode of Man versus Woman, man. And it's your boy Suave. I'm in this thing.
And it's your girl, Lena Love.
And we here to discuss some date stories, man. Before we jump into it, I want y'all to follow us on Twitter. You know, mine is at Climax, spelled with a K. That's Klimax. Suave Polo. And Lena Loves is at _. Got tongue tied. At _ Lena Love 18. So we got a guest today, man, that's gonna help us talk about these date stories, man. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all day today. It's hot up here in Texas, but guess what? It's the weekend coming up, so I'm gonna enjoy it and stay on the inside. What up with your geek? How you doing, man? What's up with your Leah? Man, I appreciate y'all support, man. So look, we got a guest today. This brother is a cool brother, man. He apparently know all the levels to it, you know. And I like this guy, man. He's a real good, cool guy, man. I asked him, could he come on the show as a guest? And even though we changed the day and the time, man, he was still willing to come. So I really do appreciate this. Actually, I'm a fan of this guy right here, man. So look, welcome to the stage, man. Doc Dark, what's up with you, man? How you doing, brother?
What up? What up? There's levels to this. What's up, Suave? What's up, Lena?
Hey, Doc.
Hey, I'm so excited for you guys to be on here, man. I really am. As you guys know, I don't make content like this, like just actually talking about you know, something other than the persona of gaming or whatever. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm excited and nervous because I've never done anything like this. So I don't know where we're gonna go. And I've seen a few of the shows, and sometimes y'all be going, you know. So I ain't trying to get canceled or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, man. Honestly though, with me and Lena, we have a lot of great ideas, and we work together to come up with these things, and we really don't have too many of those shows where it's like too inappropriate. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
we try to keep it all PG-13.
I feel like last week was our peak of like inappropriate.
Yeah, that was like the peak, and we were talking about
does size matter?
The size matter. Yes. You know, and then honestly, though,
wait.
I hope you didn't hurt nobody's feelings.
Right. Well, yeah. You know, it's crazy. So ironically, I showed one of my friends that I actually watched it back, and one of my friends was sitting here with me, and I was showing him, and of course he was a guy, and he was like, he was listening to all the like percentages I was giving, and he was like, I kind of feel like a little bit of those is kind of false. And I was like, listen, I don't know. It was a survey. We just went off what was stated in the United States. Like,
damn.
But it's cool. Let's jump right into it, man. The top of the hand. We are talking about some date stories, man. So I got a few of them that
got a few, Suave.
Shut up, Lena. Just be quiet. So let me jump out. I'm gonna jump it out there. I'm gonna jump out there and give it to you. So there's this one date I went on, man. I was in college, and I think I was in grad school at this time, man. So we grown, you know what I'm saying? And this is so embarrassing, man. We go on the movies. We go to the movies and everything going smooth. First date too, you know what I'm saying? First date. And we get the popcorn and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I get my traditional nachos and a slushie, you know what I'm saying? She get popcorn and a drink, but for some reason she had a coat or some cover or something in her hand, right? So I put her popcorn on top of my like nachos to help her carry, right? Dude, I'm going up the stairs and I'm like wondering, hey, how far she's gonna go up these stairs and everything. And I'm seeing the movie come in, I'm looking back, I'm like, okay, then, dude, the way these stairs were made, it was like you went up a few and they was the same levels, but then every once in a while they'll go back. You know what I'm saying? You step up and you're like, dang, what a step. Dude, I did that and dropped the popcorn. I saved my nachos, but I dropped the popcorn, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real with you. We was all the way at the top, and I asked her one time, I said, dang, Dad. Like, I dropped in front of everybody. Like, when we came in there, nobody was in the movie theater. It seemed like when I got up to the top of the stairs and I tripped and dropped the popcorn there, I looked around and the movies was like full. So, dude, I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm like, hey, I'm gonna play it out. Whatever, everybody saw it, you know, and everybody was like, whoa, that right there. I felt like I fell in slow motion, man. I asked her, I said, hey, you want me to go replace the popcorn? She was like, no, you good, man. It's no problem. Just, you know, I was like, good, because in my head, I did not want to walk down the stairs. This is gonna be like the walk of shame, man.
Facts.
That's one of my stories right there. Dad. What up with your Cherry? What's good, man?
That is funny. That is funny.
Dude, so what you got? What you got, Lena?
What do I got? Lena ain't
You want me to come back?
I ain't never really been on dates like that, so I really have to think about it.
I got one there.
Go for it, man.
So this is the story of when I thought I fell in love.
That puppy love.
Yo, this is a true story. This is wild, right? All right. So obviously this was when I was younger. Okay, before I found Jesus. Okay, so
man, don't throw that out there, man.
No.
Go for it.
All right, so I went to this girl invited me to her house, right? And you know, we chilling, we're at her house, whatever. She's like, you know, she's cooking and everything, and then you know, I could be honest, I'm there for just, you know, one reason. I know exactly, you know, what I want, but she's cool, so we get along, whatever. You know, she's cooking, I'm in the kitchen with her, you know, we're talking, everything's cool. We go back to the couch, you know, we're watching, you know, TV, whatever. And she had the mood set, so she's got like, you know, candles on the couch and everything like that, right? So you know, watching TV, whatever. We start making out, we start doing what we're doing, right? And by accident, so she has like this blanket on her, right? I just grab the blanket and I just move it out of the way and I throw it like behind me. Okay. So now I throw the blanket behind me and I'm there, you know, we're doing what we're doing. And out of nowhere, I'm like, damn, man, like I'm really feeling this girl. Like she's kissing me, right? We just had good conversation, everything. I was like, damn, I came in here for one thing. And now I'm like, yo, I'm tripping. Like I'm actually liking this girl, right?
I think I'm in love.
Yo, well, hold on, it gets even worse. And then I start like, I'm looking around the room and stuff, and you know, we're messing around, whatever. And I see that the room is like Suave Lean. I promise you, it was like glowing, right? And I'm like, yo, like, is this real? Like, is this really what it feels like? Right? Like, it's like glowing, right? The room is like glowing, right? And I'm like, what the hell is going on, right? So now I'm really into it. I'm like, this must be what love feels like. And then I start getting hot, and then like my feet get hot, right? And I'm like, yo, this is wild. And then my feet start like hurting, and then I smell smoke. And I look behind me, and there's a flame behind me. Wow. I grabbed her blanket, and when I threw it behind me, it got on the freaking candle. It got on the candle.
Wow.
So I went from being in love to being scared for my damn life. Now I'm like, oh, right. So I jump off of her, right? I'm like, oh my God. She's like, what happened? I'm like, your blanket. And she's like, oh my God, no, not the blanket. I go into, I need to stop this fire mode, right? So I grab the blanket, right? And I'm just like flailing it around, right? Trying to stop this fire. There's balls of fire going everywhere, right? This is the first day, okay? Balls of fire going everywhere in this house. She's got her couch was It was like a leather couch. So it's balls of fire like falling on the leather couch, melting the leather and everything, whatever. Finally, I run to the kitchen. I throw it in the freaking sink and I turn it on and I'm like, shh, whatever, right? And she's putting out the fire over there and she comes running into the kitchen and she's like crying and everything, blah, blah, blah. And our grandpa's like, no, it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. And she's like, where's the blanket? Where's the blanket? And I was like, no, I took care of it. I took care of the blanket. She's like, no, where is it? And I'm like, it's in the sink. And she grabs it, right? And she's like, this blanket was sold by my great grandmother.
Oh no. Oh no.
So yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So now we're we walk back to the couch or whatever, and she's like bawling, crying. Okay. I don't know what to do, what to say, right? It was clearly my fault. I'm the one that threw the blanket on the freaking candle or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just freaking awkward. But I mean, she was cool people. She knew it wasn't like, obviously it wasn't intentional or anything. So
right.
We saw each other again or whatever. But it was just, yeah, I'll never forget that story.
Bro, talk about. Go ahead. What you say, Lena?
Why would you have such a sentimental piece? First of all, around
Lena.
Like,
no, he threw it. He threw it on the candle.
But she got lit candles in a room, plus a blanket that's very sentimental to her. Obviously, somebody was gonna get hot, and a blanket was gonna go somewhere.
Oh my goodness! Lena blanket the blanket off. Lena is called setting the mood.
What?
Obviously, it sounded like parents weren't home, so whatever was gonna happen.
Oh no parents home. Like, she had her own place and we were already grown.
Oh.
Yeah. But she had her blanket and it was in the living room and she just freaking, I don't know. I got too hot. I grabbed the blanket, I threw it behind me, and I forgot that there was candles everywhere because she was trying to set the mood, right?
I get it.
And yeah, she set the mood all right. I thought I was in love for a second. I was like, what? I was like, yo, what is going on? And the room glowing was the flames. You know what I'm talking about? That's what was glowing, was the flame.
There was rays from God and all.
I was like, yo, this is the one. This how you know this the one.
Yo.
Nah, man, let me tell you, that right there, that's an icebreaker ground shaker right there, boy.
So are y'all like, you said y'all were still cool after that, right?
Yeah, well, okay, so this is a grown folk show, right?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so we actually smashed that same day. So
cool, nice.
So it worked out.
Win.
Yeah, it worked out. Yeah.
So she lost the blanket, but he was able to make up for it. And
Okay.
What you got, Lena? You thought of your story? Cause now I got
and
one.
I know she'll never forget me.
Oh yeah.
Well,
you can't forget that, bro.
Down,
Yep.
Bro,
don't burn everything down. I don't burn everything down, Lena. Hold up now. That's just for the blanket. But you try to play me, damn it. Yeah.
Dude, she gonna look at that blanket like, yeah, I was.
She's gonna look at the blanket and she's gonna be like, man, this started out as such a bad day, but it worked out in the end.
It worked out in the end.
It worked out in the end.
You got a story, Lena? If not, I got one. You still thinking?
I feel like it would be a date story for the other person and not really much for me. But
go for it.
There was one time I had invited. I like to go roller skating. Okay, that's just my thing. That's where I find my peace and stuff like that. And I had invited this guy to go with me because I seen that he was having a bad day. We worked together. I seen he was having a bad day, so I was like, "Listen, I'm going roller skating tonight."
Hold on. Time out. Did you like this guy?
Not in the way that he likes me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. Oh no, you see, Swab. I know you see.
I do, bro.
I
do, bro.
You see, we might have to turn this topic to something else. So you invited a guy to go roller skating with you that you know likes you.
I did, but all right, him and I were friends.
Let's hear the story.
Him and I are friends. Okay, him and I are friends, and
you're friends with him. He's just waiting.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Let me finish. All right, let me finish. Him and I are friends, and I invited him to go roller skating because I seen he was, he needed to clear his mind. So we went roller skating. In his mind, it was a date. Okay. In his mind, we were having our first date. For me, it wasn't. And we stop judging me. Stop judging me, Doc. Stop judging me. I feel like after this we're not gonna be cool, and it's not gonna be okay, but it's gonna be okay. All right, so literally like while we're at the skating rink, and we were only there for about an hour because then somebody's feelings got hurt and he didn't want to really be there anymore. But like I seen one of my friends there. I walked over to them, start talking to them. Of course, my friend is like,
What happened?
You froze up, Lena.
The story was getting good.
It was.
So hold on, let's recap by the time she gets back. So she takes this dude out on a date. Yo, that's why women are savages. She takes this dude out on a date that she knows likes her. And then while she's on the date, she sees another dude and goes over to talk to the other dude. Yeah.
Bro, this story already got good, bro.
Yeah. Oh, get her back, get her
Oh
back.
my goodness,
Get her
dude.
back, get her back. Oh my God.
You
don't do
did-
that. Don't do that. I heard everything.
No,
y'all
Lena,
said,
you was
all right?
freezing. You was freezing up, bro.
We were just recapping. I didn't say nothing.
Hello. I'll try to bring you around.
I heard everything. All right, let's not try to play me. All right, Doc,
What
don't
else?
do that. Don't do that.
So
All right,
what's
listen.
what's the other
I
what's the other
invited this
story?
guy out. I seen one of my friends. I walked over and said hi. Then the guy, we
Okay.
sat down because I realized he seemed a little down, right? So we sat down and I'm like, "Are you all right?" He was like, I feel like it's kind of. He's from Philly. Jersey and Philly dudes are completely different. I've learned this over the time of
Facts.
trying to date.
Jersey,
So
stand
he
up.
was like,
Facts.
"Listen, I don't know how you Jersey people do it, but us Philly dudes don't like that. That was really disrespectful, especially when we're on our first date." And I was like, this isn't a date. Like, I invited you out as a friend, not to hurt your feelings or anything like that. He was like, wow, yeah, I kind of want to go. And I'm like, I mean, that is it because of what I said? And he was like, I just thought we was on a date. He was like, obviously we're not. Now I feel like he was like, now I feel a little uncomfortable. I can't be around you because I actually do like you. And then we left, right? And
He's a
I
good guy.
felt kind of bad because he paid for the both of us.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you
Bro,
did not.
You invited him
You
and he
invited
paid?
him.
No.
Wait, no, I didn't ask him to
No.
pay. He offered. He paid. He just paid, right? He
No,
paid.
You need to stop. You see this? You see
You know
this?
what though?
Yo,
You know what
you-
though?
Yo,
You know
she
what,
laughing
Doc?
because she knows she wrong.
You know
Yo,
what, Doc?
Wait,
I feel
let me
like
finish.
I
Let me
feel like he
finish.
kind of had it coming, bro.
No, no,
Alright,
hold on. Time out, Lena. Can I ask you something?
What?
This other friend that you said hi to, was a guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, what did this other friend? How did you say hi to this other friend?
The same way I usually say hi to them when
How,
I see.
But
How?
that was
Just
just
Hey,
friends,
hi.
though.
It was just a hey, how you doing? And we had a small conversation, and that was it.
And while you were having this conversation with this friend, what was your
The
other
other friend
non-date
doing-
guy doing?
He was on the skate floor, skating around.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you guys were skating and then you left the skate.
We
to
were
go-
skating, and I had realized my friend was there, so they were on the skate floor, just off on the side, and I stopped and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we had a small conversation, and that was it. So, then we sat. He got off the skate floor. He sat down. Then I asked him what was going on, and he was like, I actually really like you. Now I feel like I can't really be around you because I felt like this was a date, and it's not a date, and we should just go. So I'm like, all right, fine. Now I felt bad because he drove an hour away from his house to mine.
Yo, Suave, chill,
and-
bro.
and-
yo, no, you.
And we went to work earlier that day. So literally, not only did we work that day, but he went to go drop his daughter off to her mom's house, which is like an hour away from his place. Then he drove.
This is breaking my heart.
It is. And then she froze up.
This is breaking my heart, bro. This is breaking my heart. This is what happens, man. Like that poor
Well,
dude. Man.
Easy.
That poor dude, man.
You
We
froze
can't hear
up.
you. We
You
can't
froze
hear
up, Lena.
you.
We can't hear you now.
We can't hear you now. We can't hear you. I definitely want to hear the rest of the story. So you got to fix
I
this.
do too. Lena, bad guy done come back in.
Talking
Lena.
about she didn't have stories. Oh, this is a story.
This is definitely a story. Bad guy done come back in. I'm gonna go on
Yeah.
with my story until you come in, Lena.
Hold on. Do you see how ruthless that is, though? The
Man,
dude was
that-
already hurt, having a bad day. So she,
Bro,
so
he
she,
had a
so she's
crushing
got this
date.
dude
Yeah,
driving
I
an
mean,
hour and a half. He
Bro.
pays for the date, and then she tells him it's not a date.
Dude, I know his heart was crushed.
Bro.
All right. Listen,
What's the end of the
I
story?
didn't make him drive back home. So at the end of the night, he ended up staying here. He stayed here. He got to lay next to me on my bed. Okay. He got to cuddle with me,
That's
and
a
that was it.
plus.
What?
He got to do what?
That's a
We
plus.
got to cuddle. We got to cuddle. We just cuddled. We didn't do none of that nasty stuff. We just cuddled, right?
Mhm.
And I was kind of surprised he just stayed on his side and just cuddled me a little bit. That's okay.
I mean, he sounds like a gentleman. I
gonna have
mean,
him
kind of
drive
weak
an hour
gentleman, but a
home.
gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
This guy sounds like a good guy. Where he at now?
Yeah, like
He's a
if he
good guy.
married, he
We
probably
still work
married and
together.
everything.
And we have smashed twice before, but he's a good guy and he's nice.
Hey, I
So
mean,
what's
I
wrong
guess
with him, Lena?
eventually.
There's nothing wrong with him. It's just
We'll get into that another time.
listen.
time.
He first of all, he got the same name as my dad. It's just weird, man.
That is weird.
Well, look, let me get into this story right quick.
But
man.
get into your story. Wow, y'all judged me. Get into your story.
Nah. So this one's gonna be hilarious, bro. Like, I don't even understand this one, but it happened. I can't even make these stuff up, man. I can't make this stuff up. So, hey,
Yo, no, I didn't. All right, so
wow,
I didn't, and I also feel kind of bad too because, when he had got down here, we had went and we had got food, and my little sister was with us, and so was one of her friends, and he paid for all four of us to eat. So there was that on top of it.
a gentleman.
But
Yo,
yeah.
she finessed the shit out of this dude.
I did not tell him
And
to pay for
gave
anything.
him cuddles.
I
Gave him
could have
cuddles,
paid for
man.
it myself. Okay, but he chose to pay. He is that type of person where like he's gonna do it because that's because how he was raised. Like
Kudos.
what?
Kudos. That's good. That's a good.
He's a really nice
characteristic.
guy. I mean, granted, to this day,
that's a good feature.
He wants me to call him today, which I was supposed to call him yesterday and the day before, and I just never did. But I see him at work, so it's okay.
He's not locked up yet?
No.
So what's wrong with him?
We'll get into that another time, Doc. There's nothing wrong with him.
I knew it.
There's nothing wrong with him.
Hello.
Tell your story, Swami. Go
He's He's a great guy.
Later, we'll talk about it another time.
All right,
we'll talk about it another
Tell
time.
your little
Another
story,
show.
Suave. Tell your little story.
So, dude, I was a little bit young. I was dating this girl, and she had a sister, a younger sister, the same age as my younger sister. So they was like, cool, teenagers or whatnot. And she had a even younger sister as well. So let's say that my sister, our younger sister, probably was like 15, 16 years old, something like that. And then the even younger sister, that she had was probably like, let's say about 12. You know what I'm saying? About 12 years old.
Okay.
So
where's the story?
I'm finna tell you. So we had just got done with a date, having a great time. This is like my first or second time going on a date with her. Everything's going cool, smooth and collected. Drop her off at her apartment, and when I do that, we chilling on the inside, just kicking it, talking about the date. Our two younger sisters and her sister was outside playing, right? I don't know, they were playing dolls or jump roping or something, just talking, chilling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what went wrong, bro. It went wrong real fast. My sister and her sister end up getting into a fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know over what. I still, to this day, I don't know what. But let me tell you where it went wrong, even worse. So my baby sister, because they tried to jump, they did jump my baby sister, right? She went and told my sister, my older sister that's near my age, and she went outside and crushed them both. And then my girlfriend at the time, the girl I was on a date with, come out there trying to fight. Dude, my two sisters like dog walked them. Like dog walked in. It was crazy. I mean, it was black eyes everywhere on their side. Dad. I'm like, man, y'all wasn't brought up to fight at all. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, the kicker. This is the kicker, bro. I come outside. Me and my mom. We come outside. We try to break up the fight and everything. We break it up. After we break it up, dude, this girl looked me in the face and said, "Are we still going on another date after this, bro?" I looked at her and I was like speechless, like,
we can't.
I guess. I mean, I think about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I ain't got no beef with you. I ain't right,
bro. I was like, yeah, I guess, but dad, when I tell you, this was an ass whooping, bro. Like my sisters whooped they ass, like you know what I'm saying. Like ass whooping. I've never seen two black eyes on a person's face like that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget it though.
With you on a date.
You said what now?
Why were your sisters with you on the date?
They wasn't. They was at the apartment complex where I dropped her off.
Okay.
Yeah, we had came back from the date.
Okay, and then all inspired somehow.
Yes, Dad. Like we went out to eat, and then after we got something to eat, I went to drop her off at her apartment, and my sister and her sister was playing. You know what I'm saying? So I had an aunt that used to stay. That's how I met her, because my aunt was her neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my sister, my older sister, was over my aunt's house. That's how she was just over there at the same time where everybody was at. Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy, dude. I'm talking about, man, when she asked me about going on a date again, I was like lost. Like
I would have been conflicted too. I would have been like, I mean, was the date good though? Like, was the first date good?
It was cool. Great conversation, everything. I thought, honestly, I was like, man, you know, I can really go somewhere with this one. You know what I'm saying? After that, bro, after that ass whooping, it ain't never been the same, bro. I did not get that next date. I did not, even though she asked, I was like kind of avoiding it. I was like, man, I'm ashamed. My sisters then jumped on your sisters, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't fight. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this situation.
Yeah, that's rough. You know that's rough.
I mean, I guess if you fight my sister and beat her, you know, maybe.
But then I would have started problems between like you and your sister, because then your sister would have been like, "Oh, you're gonna date the girl that beat me up and blah blah blah." I could just
my sister would have had respect for her. If she'd have fought her again and she lost, she'd have had respect for her. But she did not go that direction. Dude, that girl was afraid of my sister. And then our sisters went to the same school. You know, the two teenagers. Dude, that girl was scared of my sister for a long time. Like she'll just see her and then walk across the other hall when she see my sister.
I can't blame her. Yeah,
bro. But they kind of started though, because my sister, my baby sister, she's not a confrontational type person. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, she would not. She's very like peaceful. She wants the peace. She don't want no trouble, anything like that. She's very kind and everything. So I knew that they had to start something with her in order for her to even fight. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy though. That was definitely my story, man.
Damn.
You got another one before we close out, Doc?
I do. Okay, so I got two more, but I'll do the PG-13 one first. So this was my high school years, and I'm sure a lot of us remember the stuff we would do in high school, like the risks that we would take sometimes were crazy, right?
Right.
So there was this girl that overprotective parents, right? You hear a typical story, overprotective parents, but the girl runs wild or whatever.
Oh.
And for whatever reason, I fell into the trap of, okay, I want to, experience, what this is or whatever. And I went over her house and she was able to sneak me in, right? So, which again, now I'm thinking about it, was just so dumb. So both her parents were home and her brother were home. She had her own room, whatever. And she sneaks me into her house. It's maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? This was around the time when I first got my license too. So I was really running wild. But anyway, so I get there, whatever, and we go upstairs to the room. She sneaks me in, whatever, and we're just there talking, whatever, right? Like everything's cool, whatever. Same thing. I already know what I'm here for. This, and that, whatever. And she goes to me. She's like, "Hey, you know what? I'll be right back." Okay. So she leaves the room. I'm just sitting there, and I'm sitting on this bed or whatever, right? And the door opens to the room, and it's a man, right? And the man just opens the door, sees me in the room, right? Like, he makes sure that he sees me. I make sure that I see him. We both just look at each other. He closes the room and walks out, doesn't say anything, right? Yeah. I'm a teenager, right? I'm a teenager, right? I'm like,
right.
So then she comes back in and she's like, "What? Did somebody come in here?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, some dude came in here. She was like, "Oh my God, that's my dad." And I was like, "Okay, your dad? Okay, so what do we do?" She's like, you need to go. And I was like, "All right." So I go and I grab the door. She's like, "No, you can't go out that way. You can't go out that." I was like, well, which way am I gonna go? She's like, "You're gonna have to go out the window." My man, I go out this window, right? And in Jersey, they have well, you guys have seen them, just regular fire escapes, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I climb out the window, whatever, right? And I could hear him come back into the room as I'm going out the window.
And
he's yelling at her, and she's like, "No, this and that, blah, 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 like, it's fine, whatever, blah, 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 this and that. You need to stop, whatever," right? Again, teenager, right? So now I'm like scared, right? So I'm going down the fire escape or whatever. And I could hear him go. He calls for his. It was her brother. Her brother's name was Lito, right? So they're Puerto Rican. So he's like, Lito, right? Go downstairs, whatever, right? So Lito's like her older brother, who apparently is like some gangster, whatever, just got out of jail, whatever, right? So Lito's woken up at like 3 o'clock in the morning now, right, to go catch me downstairs, okay, as I'm coming down the fire escape or whatever, right? She's yelling, she's screaming, all this other stuff, right? I'm going down the fire escape. Now I'm moving fast, okay? I dropped down from the fire escape, and as I dropped down, I look behind me, and I see that Lito's coming like around the corner or whatever. Now Lito's coming around the corner, right? And this guy's like, again, 3 o'clock in the morning. He just got woken up. He's in boxers, no t-shirt, nothing, right? Like, yeah. So he ready. He's ready. Yeah, he ready, right? But and to me, like, he a grown man, right? Like, he was still a teenager, but he was older than me, right? So I'm like, oh my God. So I go and I just take off running, man. I just take off running. And I remember, like, I'm running and I'm not even paying attention, like, as to where I'm going, right? So I ended up like maybe 3 blocks down or whatever. He's not chasing me anymore, but I parked my car outside her house.
In the front?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Well, outside her apartment complex, right? Or apartment building or whatever. So now, as I get away from him and I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm safe, whatever. I'm like, okay, now I got to get my car, and it's outside of that apartment complex. So now I'm like, yo, what do I do? Right? What do I do? I don't know what they're gonna do to my car. Do I go get my car? Like, what do I do? Again, I'm a teen. I must have been like a junior in high school, whatever. So I decided to walk home, which was pretty far, right? Again, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I walk home. I maybe come in like maybe around like 5 o'clock in the morning now, or something like that. Like, it was late, right? I got a Hispanic mom, right? So I come in late. My mom now is there ready to beat my ass. Like, what are you doing out in the street till 5 o'clock in the morning? There's nothing. And I was like, oh man, whatever. And she's like, and she goes, give me the keys to the car. This is and that. Right?
What car?
Yeah. So I gave her the key because I still had the key, whatever. But she don't know that the car is not parked there, whatever. And man, the whole night I'm thinking like, man, how am I gonna get this car? What are they gonna do to this car? Like, all this other stuff, man. I'm tripping. And then, like, she's not calling me or texting me or nothing. I'm afraid to call her or text her or whatever. And now I just went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. I hit her up. I was like, the only thing I asked her was like, hey, is your dad or your brother home? She said no. She thought I was gonna go over there to see her. I went over there, got my car, bounced. I never talked to her again. I was like, nah, I ain't worth it. It ain't worth it now.
It ain't worth it.
So we got to do part 2 of this, Lena. What you think?
No, definitely for sure. Because now when he says stories like that, like I thought of stories like that now that I
So
got.
how about this? We're gonna do part 2 of this.
right.
Doc, you will work out sometimes backstage, and I'm gonna try to get some more guests on. Man, thanks everyone that was in the chat, man, supporting us, man. I'm gonna shout you out, man. Starting from the top, my man Geek. You got your girl Leah. You got Cherry Man Gaming. Windstar, he was up in this thing. We got your boy Dave. Shout out to Dave for stopping by, man. I appreciate you coming by. Who else? Oh, G Beezy, man. Appreciate it, G Beezy. Oh, just stay your pro gaming, man. Thank you for coming by, Dad. Y'all have all been great supporters, man. And we're gonna keep this thing going. We definitely gotta do a part 2. Date stories on man versus woman. So we're gonna do that next week. Before we go, Doc, you want to shout out your where they can find you, man? Cause I know you be doing some stuff too, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, you guys can find me on YouTube, DocDog1985. You can find me on Twitter, same thing. I do a podcast with my boy ISO Motion Gaming on his channel every Tuesday. So come check us out.
For sure, man. For sure. And good content, guys. I'm telling you, you won't be let down on that. Definitely when they start attacking Doc on his YouTube channel. So
yeah, they be coming at me hard, right?
Yeah, they do that. Like I don't even honestly, bro. I be wanting to like send a message to say, hey, I'm here. I just listen now, bro. I don't even get involved. For real. I don't even get involved.
Oh man, my singing career is taking off though. I got a few people that hit me up backstage saying that they want to sign me, so we'll see.
For sure. Well, look, man, y'all take care. Catch us next Wednesday. Or I'll tell you what, we're gonna work out some things with Doc to see if we can do a good time frame on it. I also got some Man Cave episode coming up next Tuesday and Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Until next time. Peace and love. My kids told me to start saying peace and love again, so I'm gonna do that. So peace and love, man. Shout out to the kids, man. I love them. Y'all take care, all right?
My timeline,
She watch.
on my Instagram,
Kiss.
all on my Twitter page.
Retweet. Duck face on me.
She on her timeline,
She lurk.
on her
Taking
Instagram,
pics.
all on her Twitter
Them
page.
pretty lips. Duck face on me.
She on my timeline,
She
my
watch.
timeline, my Instagram, my
Kiss.
Instagram, my Twitter page, my Twitter
Retweet.
page.
Duck face on me.
Her timeline, her Instagram, her Instagram, her Twitter page, her Twitter page.
Duck face on me.
My timeline, my Instagram, my Instagram, my Twitter page, my Twitter page.
Duck face on me.